As we speak today, right now, according to the UN and other international organizations, many, hundreds of thousands of children are facing starvation. Given the impact that malnutrition has on young children, on their physical and cognitive growth, it is likely that many of these children have already suffered permanent damage which will impact their entire lives. And this does not even include or take into account the extraordinary psychological damage that has been done to these kids. Can you imagine suddenly finding bombs bursting all over the place, buildings collapsing, seeing people dead, being driven from your home, not having enough food or water? What do you think that this will do to the lives of hundreds of thousands of young Palestinian children? And yet today, there is a bipartisan consensus in Congress that at least $14 billion, including $10 billion more in unrestricted military aid, should go to this right-wing Israeli government, which is causing such havoc and destruction to the Palestinian people. Now, how, you tell me, you may know more about foreign policy than I do, but you tell me, how in God's name can the United States condemn Russia's indiscriminate bombing of civilians in Ukraine as a war crime and yet fund Netanyahu's war machine, which has killed thousands of children? How can we, with a straight face, go before the world and criticize the terrible human rights records in China, Iran, and other authoritarian countries, but ignore the human rights of the Palestinian people? And yet, for a variety of reasons, an overwhelming majority in Congress are prepared to support massive new funding for the Netanyahu government's siege on Gaza. This is, once again, bipartisan politics at its worst.